both of us, you know, we've had some time for it to soak in how the season ended for you guys.
It was disappointing. I think everyone in here, coaches and players, is disappointed. I mean, everything happened exactly how we needed it to happen to, you know, give us opportunity to, you know, fight for what we wanted to fight for, and we just didn't get it done.
Can you talk about the up and down of the season? I mean, was it to have a shot at the end, or what was that like for you guys to come through?
I mean, we embraced the ups and the downs. You know, I think for sure. You know, I think we gave it all we got to get to the position that we were in yesterday. You know, accepted the downs, learned from them. But I mean, like I said, we just didn't get it done yesterday.
Y'all had a few drives there where you got inside the 25, couldn't fully cash it in. What do you think was the reason for some of the goal-to-go red zone issues the team had this year?
I mean, I'm not, you know, I think we just didn't execute how we should have been.
I know that the season didn't start the way you wanted with injuries and being out, but what can you take away from your first year as a Green Bay Packer?
I mean, I'm just thankful, blessed for the opportunity to, you know, continue to do what I love, and you know, I'm thankful for the opportunity to learn and grow, and you know, take everything that happened in year one, and you know, just you know, take that next step, and you know, be an even better player next year.
Is there one aspect of your game that you maybe didn't realize that you needed to improve in order to play at this level?
I mean, I think there's a couple things you know, that I can work on going forwards. But I mean, I'm just trying to improve it in all aspects, and you know, I'm sure there's a couple, you know, one or two things that I'll focus on heavily. But I mean, this game is you know, different at this level for sure, and you know, to get to the point that I want to get to in my career, I'm just gonna have to keep on growing.
What are those things that you're going to be focused on going into year two?
I think the number one thing for me, obviously, it's not really something I'll be working on in the off season, but I mean, just you know, mentality going forward is just consistency. You know, health-wise, especially, but just, you know, consistency in my game in all aspects. Just, you know, be able to be that player that I want to be at all times. But I mean, in terms of my actual game, I mean, I just want to be dominant. So, you know, at the line and at the catch, you know, just knowing that if the ball's coming my way, I'm gonna make a play.
Question I wanted to ask you: how did you pull out that long one last?
You said how?
Yeah.
That was definitely a tough one. Definitely, you know, hand fighting at the end there. But I mean, honestly, I couldn't even tell you. I just saw the ball in the air, tried to make a play as best as I could, and came down with it.
Christian, you mentioned health from consistency from a health standpoint. How do you control that?
I mean, like I said, I don't really think that's something that you can, you know, like truly work on. But I mean, I think my number one goal is just to, you know, make sure that I'm, you know, doing everything I can from a, you know, strength conditioning standpoint. You know, just getting stronger. You know, putting my body through the ringer. You know, in the off season, so that, you know, when it comes down to the season, everything's easier, everything's smoother. But just going to do everything that I can to be as strong as possible.
How are you feeling right now physically? I know you had the hip issue late in the season. Anything that's going to need to be addressed in the off season or anything like that? Or?
No, I think I came away from last night pretty healthy. And I mean, going forward, just, you know, taking care of that soft tissue stuff, make sure that's not not something that's going to be a thing going forward.
What do you need to do? Can you do anything differently there with the soft tissue stuff? Did you learn how to maybe better maintain that going forward?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just, you know, learned throughout the season that, you know, it takes a lot, you know, to keep your body in tip-top shape, you know, playing at this level. But I think I was able to kind of get control of it, you know, after the hamstrings, you know, early in the season. But I mean, you got to put a lot of work into your body at this level to stay healthy.
What was your experience like your rookie season playing with Aaron Rodgers, and how that relationship on the field evolved over the season?
I mean, I'm extremely thankful to be able to have learned from him, grown with him. You know, I think that he pushed me to be a better player, a better man each and every day. And I'm just thankful for, you know, the opportunity, you know, if it is, you know, the last opportunity or, you know, going forward. I'm just thankful that I've got to, you know, learn and play with you know, such an extraordinary athlete.
How do you feel about that? Are you concerned at all that that is perhaps the last time you will play with Aaron Rodgers on the field?
I mean, it's not something that I can control. You know, obviously, you know, I'd be extremely thankful if he does come back around. But I'd also be, you know, extremely, you know, happy for him, You know, if he decided, whatever he decided, obviously, you know, he's had a extremely successful career, and obviously, you know, that's his decision to make. We're just happy for him.